Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be all about this new Victoria Beckham contour stylus. So if you're interested in all of my thoughts and all of the information on this new contour wand from Victoria Beckham Beauty, then keep watching. Okay, so Victoria Beckham have launched these contour sticks, contour wands. They're calling them contour stylus. Fancy. And this is available in 4 shades for £32, and you are receiving 1.1 grams of product. More on that in a moment. And as per the brand, these are described as a refined contour bullet to sculpt and subtly enhance the nose and facial structure with total control. It is a slim crayon allowing for sculpting of features with precision and ease, glides on smoothly with an ultra creamy formula, designed to be worn on bare skin or layered for contour experts and novices alike, lasts all day without smudging or fading, clean ingredients with uncompromising performance in 4 flexible shades that flatter all skin tones and undertones with neutral undertones for a natural in real life finish. These were made in Italy. They are vegan, gluten-free, sensitive skin friendly, hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, easy for you to say. And they come in this absolutely gorgeous packaging. I really love this packaging. I think it's absolutely beautiful, very chic, very Victoria Beckham Beauty. I really love the packaging. So amount wise, I had a couple of kind of comparable products. We've got the Charlotte Tilbury contour ones and I have the Westman Atelier contour ones. I have both of those ones in 2 shades. So I will show you the comparison swatches for the shade in a moment. But when it comes to the amount of product, these are incredibly stingy. 1.1 grams for £32 in comparison to 12 mils for £30. And the Westman Atelier, which is, you know, a very expensive, luxurious brand, luxury packaging, just like Victoria Beckham Beauty, this is £44 for 6 grams. So almost 6 times the amount for like an extra 10 or 12 pounds. So these are by far the most expensive per gram of like any contour product I've ever seen in my life. And you get a really small amount. It is a very small stick, a very small wand. So yeah, something to think about, consider, and yeah, be aware of. It's stingy. So when it comes to the shade, I picked up the shade Marble, which is described as being for light to medium skin tones. It's the second of 4 shades. And when I swatched it, I was slightly surprised because I find it a little warm. So I'm going to share some swatches now compared to the other contour products so that you can be the judge for yourselves. Okay, so first up we have the Victoria Beckham. What a perfect line. Let me sort that out. There we go. That's a little better. So you can see it's not warm. It certainly doesn't look like, you know, an orangey or very warm bronzer, but it's perhaps just not as cool toned as I expected it to be. Next up, the Charlotte Tilbury in the lighter shade, the light medium and the medium deep. I think that's actually made it look a little cooler than it was initially, because I know the Charlotte Tilbury, the lighter shade, is really like a very typical contour shade. The deeper shade is a little warmer, I think, but I feel like this one is literally bang in the middle of these two. So perfect for what I was looking for. Then we have Biscuit from Westman Atelier and Truffle. So it's probably closest to Westman Atelier's Truffle, actually. I think if I actually just build that up a little bit, it would, yeah, be almost the same shade. It's kind of between the 2 Charlotte Tilburys, definitely deeper than the lighter Westman shade, but hopefully that gives you an idea for reference of the colours. Okay, so let's have a go with this little stick and see how I like it, if I think it's worth 6 times the Westman Atelier, if it's 6 times better than the Westman Atelier. So I'm just gonna use this in all of the usual places. I'm gonna have to use this on my nose today, which terrifies me because I'm really not good at nose contour, especially like with a really precise stick like this. Like that's really scary because I'm not good at it, but for science I'm going to try. today. I feel like it would be remiss of me because obviously the shape of this is like perfect for like your nose because it's so precise. I'm literally making such a mess of this, but I guess we're testing today if it's idiot / like beginner proof, because that's definitely me. I'm qualified to be the judge of that. Okay, so it's on in all of my usual contour places. I'm going to use my mini base brush from Sonia G. It's definitely, I was a little bit concerned about how long I'd left that on my forehead, but it's blending away very easily, very creamily. I don't think that's a word, is it, dear? But yeah, it just definitely blended very, very easily there. It's going into the skin so naturally, very pretty. I mean, you know, that line, I had left that there for quite some time and it blended beautifully. No remnants, you know, of the line that I drew. So that's great. It's not taking much effort at all. This is much more precise of a contour than I have used before. You know, the Charlotte Tilbury wand is about the most sort of precise, like slimmest contour that I've used before. I mean, that is glorious. I'm avoiding doing the nose, as you can tell, because I'm terrified. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not how I usually do makeup. I usually apply my contour. I don't really nose contour. I just use a bit of bronzer just to sort of define where my nose, give myself back a nose once I've made it disappear with foundation. But I mean, this is very idiot proof because I made such a hash of like applying it, but it's blended so nicely that it actually doesn't look bad now, even though, you know, I completely made a mess of it. So yeah, definitely idiot proof, beginner friendly, I would say. Again, just want to let you know, this is my melasma here. It's not the contour one doing anything crazy. I feel like on my forehead, because I only did a tiny amount and I was a little bit nervous, it's almost like blended away. Like you can't really see a lot there. But on my cheeks, this is perfect. I feel like it's really giving me that sculpted look, but in such a natural way. And it was so easy to use that I really am happy with the results. I think that's really beautiful. Very, very natural. It hasn't lifted up my product underneath. It blended very easily. I think it looks gorgeous from the front. I really like that. Let me finish off the rest of my makeup and then see how we feel. Okay, so I just used my Charlotte Tilbury Lovegasm palette to do bronzer, highlight and blush. I'm really loving this. Everything blended, you know, the bronzer blended into the product really nicely. It hasn't sort of, you know, made any kind of a paste on the face, which is great, but there was no sort of tugging, no catching, no disruption of the other products that I followed up with. And now I feel like it just looks super natural. My forehead just went a little wrong with the stick. I think it's just because I'm used to using a much bigger contour wand. Like if I use my Charlotte Tilbury, it's like the contour comes here, whereas with the pencil or the crayon, it's just like leaving almost too small. I either needed to use more and like colour in my forehead a little, or maybe do, you know, like lines kind of coming towards the centre of my face just to get a bit more of a amount of product, because I felt like it just, yeah, I needed to finesse it a little bit. But I felt like I was going to end up using a lot of product, and there's 1 gram in here. There's 1 gram of product. So I didn't want to use, you know, a huge amount around my forehead and it all be gone in one use. But the finished result, I really love. I feel like it's a very sort of sophisticated contour. It's a, you know, a more neutral tone. It's not sort of super cool and ashy or grey or intimidating for me to use. It was very easy to blend. I think it looks very natural, but it achieves what I want a contour to achieve. you know? So I think in summary, in conclusion, my thoughts are that I love the result. I think it looks beautiful. It actually helped me to like contour my nose, even though I made such a hash of it and made such a mess of it. Like I've never used something like this to contour my nose before, something this precise. And I love how my nose looks. I think it looks really natural, even like side on. You know, you can't see I've contoured my nose, but I feel like head on. I love it. I think it looks great. I really like how natural it was, how blendable it was and everything. I kind of wish that amount of product aside, that the crayon was slightly larger. I just think it may have made it harder to contour your nose, but I think it would have been better for your forehead and for your cheekbones. But yeah, it is really great for you contouring your nose, and also I guess using on the eyes if you wanted to use it in the crease or into the socket to define your eye shape. I think it would be perfect for that. So it's kind of like, it depends what exactly you want to use it for as to whether that's an appropriate shape for the stick and size of the stick. I wish this had way more product because I think it's a really great contour wand, but I also think the Westman Atelier is great as well, and I think the Charlotte Tilbury contour ones are great, and they're just so much better value for money. I think this should either have been like at least 3 or 4 grams for that price point, or if they wanted to make it this small and this small of an amount, it should have been maybe like £25. We would have felt slightly better about it. But price and amount aside, I think the product is gorgeous. I think it does everything I want a contour stick to do. So it's really going to be down to you as to whether you want to fork out £32 for 1.1 gram of product. I'll also say I was kind of thinking maybe it'll be one of those that you think it's really a small amount of product, but you're really going to use like none. But I will say just using this one time and a couple of swatches, there is already like a dent and a sort of slant to the stick. So I really think you are going to go through this very quickly if you're sort of using it on a regular basis and you're using it on your full face. It's probably going to last you maybe a month, if that. I'm going to keep you posted. I'm going to try and use this as often as I can. I don't really contour every day, but I'm going to try and contour a lot so that I can just see how quickly I go through it, and I can keep you posted on that. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on this new contour stylus from Victoria Beckham Beauty. An excellent product with a hefty price tag and a teeny tiny amount of product. That's the summary. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this product. Have you tried it? Do you plan to pick it up? Is the amount a sticking point for you at that price point, or you just want the best product, a great product that's easy to use, and you don't really mind if you have to repurchase it quite frequently? Please let us know what you think in the comments section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye.